Yes guys, it's nearly last and welcome. In this video what we're going to be doing is another stealth class setup guide where we're mainly focusing around the ghost perk and how we can best use it to our advantage in Black Ops 3. And as you can see, we've gone back to the SMGs and we are going to be using the Kuda. Now this, for me personally, is probably one of my favorite stealth class setups. It does work very effectively. So as we know with the Kuda in general, it's a very balanced gun. The damage is not quite as good as some of the SMGs, but the range is fantastic, the fire rate is pretty good, and the accuracy is pretty much on point straight away. So overall, this gun works extremely well. Now for me personally, with the kind of attachments that I'm going to be going with, is suppressor obviously, then we're going to be going with grip just to make sure that we can keep these bullets on target as much as we possibly can, and then also stock, because the idea with the stock then is we're going to be highly mobile. We're going to be getting up into the enemy spawns because they're not going to know exactly where we are, so we're just going to be strafe in and out. We're not going to be worrying about quick draw or anything else like that with this particular gun, because I feel pretty confident without this, especially when you're running with stock. You can keep it up into ADS as much as possible, and that's going to use it to your advantage anyway, and that way it's going to give us some extra perk. Now what we're going to go for in the perk category is we're going to go with Ghost, then we're going to go with Fast Hands. You can swap out Fast Hands if you want, maybe stick Scavenger or something else like that on us instead. Fast Hands doesn't work quite as well unless you've got Quick Draw on, but I don't personally have Scavenger, and that's the only other one that I personally would swap it out for. But then for our actual perk 3 slot, we're going to be going with Blast Suppressor, sticking the wild card on, and we're going to be going with Dead Silence. Now this works very effectively, especially when you're coming up into areas like this, because people have not got a clue where you are. Now as you've seen before in the earlier clip, me wall running across the side of the boat, I could just drop straight down, no one knows I'm coming, got silent footsteps. Even if people are running awareness, as we know with awareness the way that it's been nerfed, if you're running Dead Silence, it is extremely difficult for people to actually pick up exactly where you're coming from until you're right on top of them. So this helps into your benefit straight away. Now I haven't just used it on this particular map, I have used it even on bigger maps like Metro and stuff like that, and I could just basically just run around constantly, because with the Blast Suppressor I'm going to be keeping off the mini map. Like I said before, the Dead Silence is they're not going to hear it anywhere that I'm going to be coming from, and I'm just going to be sitting around at people's spawns constantly. As soon as the spawns change, I'm going to be swapping to the other side, so I'm going to be a bit more patient like I am now, just waiting for them to actually come to me. Now the idea is they know roughly where you're going to be, even though maybe you'll be on a room, maybe you're being playing on the map like Combine or something like that, one of the other smaller maps. You're going to just keep up into the little areas, but you want to be moving around like this. You don't want to get into any habits of like sitting in a corner camping just because you've got all this nice little setup. The idea is that you can be keeping off the mini map all the time. As you're seeing, if you're just constantly moving, you're pretty much 90% of the time always going to be kept off the mini map, and then as soon as you start strafing around using your stock to your ability in these closer quarter areas, you will go to town with this kind of setup. You really will. This works extremely well. There is no need for long barrel for me personally with the Kuda. It does work very effectively without it. You don't particularly need to stick it on. The only thing I will say though is if you're coming up into any of those medium to long ranges, as long as you see them first and you start getting your shots on first, feel free then to just down the enemy. If you find that someone spotted you first and they're just about to start taking a shot, don't go risking it guys, especially if you're going on the street, because especially without the long barrel you can get caught out, and with the suppressor it does rein that little the range in a little bit more. So for me personally, once you get into the medium long ranges, like I say, if you see them first you can get those shots in straight away, by all means take those shots. If you feel like you're going to be losing the gun battle, there's nothing wrong with just dropping out, flanking back round and just taking the enemy out and just coming back round the side of them. But anyway guys, this is just my little guide, my little run and set of tip ups on the Kuda class for being as stealthy as possible. And like I say guys, you'll go to absolute town using this kind of class setup. But anyway guys, I hope you found this useful. Leave all your comments in the comment section below, but coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that, and if you could drop a like on this video and support my channel, it'd be even better. This is nearly last, and I'll catch you later.